I think that legacy auto, it's really hard to change because we're so entrenched in our playbook and the ways of doing business. And we're very much focused on incremental steps of improvement within our silos because we love our silos. We've been operating like that for, I don't know, over 100 years. And we like that. We feel safe. And a lot of the CEOs out there and leaders out there came up through that system. So it's very hard to say, look, let's go back and with a clean sheet of paper, which is what the Chinese OEMs did.
Absolutely.
They had a clean sheet of paper. They didn't have all that legacy baggage. And they were able to create an organization that moves fast.
Absolutely.
And I think that a lot of the leaders that I talk to really struggle with that. When I talk about breaking down silos, it's very difficult to get their minds around it. And I explain it to them this way. Legacy auto, think of it as a relay race, whereas you'd run your bit and then you hand it off to the next person or the next silo.
Right.
The classic is your early supplier involvement, supplier development, early on in the process, right? It's very linear. You do your bit and you hand it off to the next person.
Right.
That is not the way the Chinese OEMs operate. They operate more in a basketball court type of environment where you've got all the players on the court all at the same time.
Correct.
Each have different skills, but they're able to grab the ball, move over here, pivot over here, know where to move, trust each other.
Absolutely.
And be able to drive a lot faster. And that's so hard to get that mindset change through. How do you do that?
Well, and they have an advantage. There's an advantage of having a 50 or 100-year legacy and all the great things that come with that. There's a disadvantage that you have to, unfortunately, moving forward, undo some of those things.
Yes.
The companies that have been formed over the last 5, 10, or 15 years don't have the disadvantage part that they have to undo. They can only start from that clean sheet.
Yes.
And so it's a little bit easier. How you do it is you have to understand how to create a culture of organizational velocity. I don't think most people understand it. And if they do understand it, it's very difficult. Because in simplest of terms, you need 3 things. You have to, I always say it's strategy, structure, competency. Number 1, you have to have a strategy that is solid for winning going forward. Check. Let's move that aside. You have to have a structure in your organization that is able to move with velocity. We're all aircraft. A lot of us are aircraft carriers. Some of our aircraft carriers are bigger than other aircraft carriers. But we have to be able to pivot like a speedboat. And you can do both, but you have to think about the structure you put in place that allows it to do that. Decision-making out in the field, competencies out in the field. And the last one is competency. And I say competency and not people, because of course the competency is about the people. But I say it internally because I want them to think about the competencies a leader needs to be able to move with velocity. Back in the days where it's incremental thinking, it doesn't work that way anymore. You have to have leaders that are fearless. And you have to have leaders that have the ability to make decisions without 100% of the information.
Yes.
Their skill set specific to what's going to win going forward that is not consistent with what you have in the past. So you have to look at that team, if I made that basketball team that was able to win 20 years ago, is not going to win today in the NBA. 3-point line, taller people, faster game. So it's not a bad or good or bad. It's just different competencies, and you have to make those tough calls. So listen, I think it's very controllable, but what people don't understand is you got to get it all right. It all has to happen. If you just get 90% of it right, it still doesn't move with velocity. Just think about a car's engine. One little thing goes wrong and the whole thing shuts down. That's org velocity. That's what makes it so difficult. It's not complicated, if you will, but it's difficult to put all those pieces in place. We take tremendous time analyzing each of those pieces, especially the competencies. We've had to make tough decisions around leaders who are incredibly smart, incredibly gifted folks who don't possess the competency to play the game the way the game needs to be played going forward to win. And that's a very tough decision for some of the legacy companies like ours, quite frankly, to make.
Yeah.
But you have to make those tough calls.